I'm live. I am live, okay? This is crazy. I love it. I'm so excited about being live. I'm live. So, this is going to be a my first live, and I'm excited about going live. Oh my god, looking at myself live, like I'm so excited. And yeah, so this is my first live. I'm really excited about doing it. I have a huge accomplishment of finally being able to do this from my phone. And I decided to go on my Instagram and do a question. So I did like a Q&A. Like if you wanted to know anything about me, ask me any questions, whatever it was the perfect opportunity to ask me because I was like, I want to start going live, from my phone or whatever the case may be, since I reached 1K on YouTube. So, girl, this is a live. This is a live mukbang, and I'm excited about it. So I have 14 questions, and it's probably more because certain people ask me like multiple questions within one question type of deal. This is mukbang style, and I got nachos, and I got wine, sangria. Full disclaimer: if you're not 21 and up, don't drink wine or period. I guess So I just gave that little disclaimer. I'm about to start with some of my questions. I don't know who is tuned in or who's not. I mean, the game is going on. So I am going to start it in 1 second when I eat this. Girl, let's pour this wine because let's start the tea. Damn, my tea's looking like hella big in this. So I'm gonna start with my wine. I already started eating. I'm hungry. And I feel so bad because my dog wants to come in here and I won't let her. Because she'll whine. If she hears something, she'll bark. And she'll be whining for food. I also got some water, you know? So I wrote all my questions down in my book, C for Shamika. So I wrote all my questions down, and I'm going to start with, I wanted to go in the order in which people asked the question, but since we just getting started and we want to let some people, chime in until we get to the juicy stuff, the juicy questions, my sex life. um, that's big for me to talk about. Like, I'm so private. Oh my God, I'm so private when it comes to that. Like, if you my friend, if you know me, you know I'm like really private about my sex life. Like, it's just something I don't talk about it. Like it's a private thing. It's not something you have to talk about. So I'm going to answer the. Let's just get this one question out the way. It was actually number 4 on the list, but let me just get it out the way and I'm gonna just cross it off. Are you having more children? I don't even know how to answer this question no more. Like, I just don't even know how to answer the question anymore. Like, am I gonna have any more kids? Like, I'm not against having more kids. Um, just know if I this might sound so crazy. But just know if I have any more kids, that just let you know that Nate's pull-out game is whack. It's like, no, but um, I'm not against having more kids. I just, at this point in my life, like, my husband is in his um, late, I don't know if you want to call it late 30s or mid 30s. Like, he's 37, so I don't know if that's considered late or mid. My nipple itching. Um, but I don't know. We just older, and Lauren is our love child. She's definitely our love on top kid, and she's just like everything to us. And some people don't know the background of that. And I brought this towel because my nose is gonna be ready. But she's our love child, and she's everything, and she's perfect. And having another child is not a bad idea. It's just not something that I'm just sitting around like, let me plan, doop 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 doop, to have another kid. Like, I'm not sitting around like planning that out like how we did with Lauren. It's just something that, if it happened, I don't know, it happened. If it don't happen, I guess it just don't happen. So I don't know if I'm gonna have. You gotta talk to Jesus on that one. I don't know. I just don't think I have to sit there and analyze and plan and plot and try to make sure I'm, you know. Oh, thank you, girl. These my little hoops. I got them from Akira. My little, they lightweight and everything. But I don't know. It's just not something that I just planned out anymore. So Tisa Marie, thank you, girl, for joining in and leaving your comment, boo. I appreciate it. And yeah, so it's kind of like a little mukbang. I'm just gonna be eating, y'all, so y'all gonna hear some crunching and munching. Mm, mm. So let's just cross that one off the list. Later on, I'll link the first Q&A that I ever had on YouTube, and it was like a pre-recorded video on YouTube. That was the question that I got. I get this question often. Like, I don't care if I'm having a Q&A or not. Like, people ask me this question all the time because I guess, I don't know, it's weird if you have one kid. I don't know. So let's just go to the first question. How do you keep your marriage spicy? And this is why I really wanted Nate to be tuned in and sitting right here on this couch so we can talk about how we keep our marriage spicy. But it's not like something that we just like, I don't know. How do I keep my marriage spicy? I don't know. We still date each other. To be honest, for me, I am more of the aggressor in the relationship, and my husband is aggressive in his own way. But when it comes to me, he's more passive. And I don't really know if he's going to agree with that or not. But in my relationship, in my marriage, for me, keeping it spicy, really, he plays a part in that. The way he is attracted to me physically keeps me intrigued and spicy and attracted to him, if that makes sense. So keeping it spicy depends on you two, as a couple. So for me, like, for me to want to be all in, because like I just didn't think I would be getting married. Like, that wasn't like a thing that I like planned out or whatever. But I don't know, for me, like, the way he loves me keeps me intrigued and keeps me wanting to be sexy and spicy and keep all of that going in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like a small little tidbit of how we keep our marriage spicy. Like, that's not like every little thing, but for me, like, what I could think of like off the top of my head is that's how I keep it. That's how we keep it spicy. Like, he played a major role in it being spicy because I am the way he's attracted to me sexually and physically, and that's not everything in a marriage, but just the way when you talk about spicy, that's what you know, that's what I think you asking me. Like, the way he's attracted to me physically and sexually, it makes me like, I don't know. I love that. That keeps me intrigued. That keeps me like going. And I don't know, like I can, um, I can. I'm trying to use the right term here. I can confidently say that my husband is attracted to me in all aspects, like mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually. And then that keeps me wanting to be spicy for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we keep our marriage spicy. Like, this is like, oh my God. Like, this is so big for me to like open up like this because like I'm so private when it comes to this. Like, even with my friends and family, like they'll be like, what you talking about this? Like, because you know, you don't talk about, I don't know, I feel weird talking about it. It's like, I feel so weird talking about it. But, you know, some people want to know, they view your marriage, they see, and they just, you know, it might be something that, I don't know, maybe they struggle with. I don't know. But maybe they want to see or know for their own reasons. I don't know. I don't know. But I love the way my man is attracted to me. Like, it means a lot to me. And it makes me want to be like that with him. You know what I'm saying? When did you know you found the one? I didn't know. I did not know I found the one. So let me get my wine on this note, because this is a little tea. So, ooh, child. Let's go back 11 years, right? When I met Nate. Like, matter of fact, I met Nate February the 16th, 2009. Like, everything happened kind of rapidly for us. And um, I didn't know that Nate was the one, but I did know that Nate was a good guy. He was definitely one of the good guys. I was not ready to have a good guy, and that probably sound fucking crazy, but I had just got out of a relationship. It was a 3-year relationship, and we lived together. And so I wasn't really ready to jump back into something so serious. So meeting Nate, I just wanted him to be my jump off. I wanted him to be my jump off, but at the same time, I wanted to be celibate, for lack of better words. Like, I wanted to be celibate and kind of just like hold off to see if he was serious about me. Like, I don't know what made me do that, but in my brain, it made sense. Like, in my brain, that made sense. In my brain, I felt like I was like, I'm gonna make him wait like that. Like, if he can wait, then maybe. But I don't know. I didn't know that Nate was the one until um I guess he proposed to me 6 months later, and the proposal was something different. If you want a story time on the proposal, leave a comment down below, and I have to make sure Nate is there for that for that type of video. That way he can give his point of view and his side of the story, because my side may be different. Our proposal was kind of weird, and it was 6 months later, and then I married him 1 year later. So I don't necessarily know if I knew in the beginning that he was the one, but I knew he was a good guy, and I knew he was everything that I asked for in a man, but I wasn't ready to have him at that moment. I was like, where could you come from, and why you couldn't wait to come later so I can do whatever I want to do as far as like fighting around. Okay, and be honest, that's what I wanted. So I didn't know he was the one. I knew he was a good guy, and I knew he was everything I wanted, but I just didn't want it at that moment. But I was on my spiritual walk and my spiritual journey, so I knew what I needed as far as a relationship and a man if I wanted to be married and have kids. So I took a chance and I stepped out on faith, and I am married, and I'll be married 10 years in April. So that's how I knew he was the one. Faith, God himself said, Shamika, he the one. So here we are, And I still didn't know he was the one, but I knew that God sent him to me. So I trusted God more than I trusted myself. If that makes sense. Mm, 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 mm. These tacos is good. How do you, question number 4, how do you stay motivated? Um, my husband he plays a big role in me being motivated. He is stronger than me when it comes to certain situations and being motivated and pressing through. He's stronger than me in that area because I'm easily frustrated, and I don't want to say I give up easily. It's just like I am uninterested in being frustrated and something just making me crazy and I lose interest or lose motivation. Like I'll just be like, I quit. I can't, like, I cannot, will not, thou shalt not. Like, that's the type of person that I am. And that's probably not the best, but that's just how I am. So, number 1, he keeps me motivated. Number 2, oh, that was disgusting. Number 2 is my girls the people that I surround myself with, my best friends, like my ride or die, my true ride or die friends are the bomb. They are awesome. They are phenomenal. They are, I don't know, they are women of God. My sister keeps me motivated. So, like, they play a key role in my life in being motivated and keep pressing through because they be like, Shamika, stay with it. Keep going. You got this. It's the process. Trust the process. And I'll be like, okay, I guess whatever. I don't know. I guess it's what y'all saying I got to do. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to do that. So I'm looking at myself over here. But they are like, they keep me motivated, okay? It's not always easy to stay motivated because life, just like life have ups and downs. Like when you're doing something and something that you have to be motivated to keep doing, such as YouTube, such as running a business, like you're going to have some ups and downs, some highs, some lows, some rocky road, you're gonna have some of everything going on in your world. So you're gonna need some people, okay? You're gonna need some people to help you press through those moments. Like, because you're gonna have them. There's not no way of getting past those moments. It's not no way of like, oh, I'm gonna skip that so I don't have to go through that. It's not possible. It's not possible. So you gotta have something to keep you going. The Bible, your friends, your family, your husband, your wife, your whoever you got that's close to you in your corner like that supports you in everything that you do. That is what keeps me motivated and keeps me going. I'm not saying that it's easy. It's definitely not the easiest task in the world. Like, I'd be like, all right, Jesus. Okay, now what you doing here, Jesus? I'm one of them type of people like, all right, Lord, now what we got going on here? Cause I don't know, I'm ready to like tap out. Like I'm done. Like, stick a fork in me type of situation. So the people that I surround myself helps me and keeps me motivated. And I love all of them for that. Okay? Nachos. Nachos is bomb.com. Okay, question number 5. Oh, I don't know the answer to this. I don't know the answer to it. Number 5. How do you find love? Girl, bye. I don't know. I have no idea. Only advice I can give you is do not try to find love. Let love find you, girl. Cause when you trying to find love, shit, you're gonna be all over the place and you're gonna be on a wild roller coaster and it's gonna be crazy as hell. Like that's something you definitely need to pray about because you have to let the Lord send you somebody to find love, honey, cause And another thing with love, like, don't even look like you. Obviously, you want to love the person. You want to, be in love with them. But understand that if you're looking for a long term relationship, love, baby girl, love ain't gonna keep you. Love is not what keeps a marriage or a relationship together. Like, cause that shit can come and it can go. Cause for the life, you ain't gonna be able to tell me that somebody that been married 65 years, like, I was so in love for 65 years. Hell no, they had some times where it was looking at them like, you again. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this for the Lord. Okay, I'm doing this for Jesus, So I don't know, let love find you. That's the only advice I can give you about finding love. Because I wasn't looking for Nate. I knew what I wanted. I knew I was on my spiritual journey and my spiritual walk. Um, and that's not to say that my spiritual journey. Let me just give this little disclaimer. I'm a Christian, and my mother is a God-fearing woman, so I've always had church instilled in me. But when you get old, when you become a teenager, and you're adolescent and a young adult, you be led astray and you be all over the place. But at 24, I was at a place in my life where I was like, all right, Jesus, okay, I guess you got to take over this whole, I don't even know. And after being in a relationship with somebody else for 3 years, living with them and playing wife, which I was not interested in anymore, I knew that that if I was going to be with a man, I wasn't going to play house no more. I'm uninterested in playing house. So I was like, all right, Jesus, I don't want to play house no more. Been there, done that. I got a T-shirt. So if you're gonna bring a man in my life like that, let it be. I want this, 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 this. I was very, very specific when I was talking to God about a man in my life, and then boom, Nate came, and I was not ready. I wasn't ready. So I wasn't trying to find love. I let God do it, and love found me some kind of weird, strange way or another. And it was very unorthodox to some people because, I was engaged after a few months and I was married a year later. So, girl, it ain't really no rules to this. It ain't no instruction manual guide that can get you through this process, and it's not even really something that somebody can say to you to help you get through the process, because if somebody else tell you their story, it'll be completely different from mine. Hell, my best friends, their love life story is completely different from mine, and it's just the way it is. So that's just my thoughts on how to find love. Okay. Oh, Jesus, that was I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder, because when I got that, I was like, oh, Jesus, I don't know. I don't know about love. I know back then I was singing that song, just a vacancy, love don't live here anymore. mm mm mm. Hey, so that's what I'm gonna say about finding love. Let's go to question number 6. What's the most challenging about balancing business, family, and marriage? All of that is challenging. The word balancing make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, because it's something you have to figure out. Like, you literally got to figure out how to do that. Like, you got to like go over it in your head with your family. Like, I can't look like my bad. Okay, let me give you some. Let me do some name drops. So if I say their name, you know who I'm talking about. Nate is my husband. So if I'm ever saying Nate, Nate is my husband. Tangela is my best friend. Angela is my best friend, and Nicole is my sister. So if you hear me say those names, that's what their relationship is to me. Okay. Um, like, Tangela is a serial entrepreneur, so her balancing all of that is, I can't look at how she balanced all her stuff to figure out how to balance my business and my marriage and my family, because that's two completely different things. I do get advice from her, and we kind of just like bounce off of one another, but it's just everybody is completely different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is completely different. Like, the most challenging thing is actually trying to figure out and find time to do all of those things, like how to be a family person, how to run a business, and and be married. Like all of those things, like I have to find the time for. Like what's most important to me at the top of my list is being a mother to my child and being present and being involved and being there. So I had to figure out what can I do to be able to do that, be a wife, because my husband is a workaholic, and but that doesn't mean he's not present. He's like super present, but he's a workaholic. And then at some point I was a workaholic, so I felt like at some point in my life I felt like at some point in my life I had to figure out what is it that I wanted to do. So I had made a decision that I no longer wanted to be a workaholic. Okay, I didn't want to punch someone's clock and be a workaholic, because that took away from me trying to balance being a mother and a wife. So like you got to sit down and really prioritize and figure out what's like very important in your life, and figure out how to like, you know, balance all of those things. So I don't work full time anymore. So I work part time, and I put a lot of energy into my child's life. I put a lot of energy into my business, put a lot of energy into my marriage, and trying to figure out how to do those things. Like I was working so much that it was like a I felt like a robot. Like I felt like get up, go to work, you somebody trying to break in my room. Who trying to break in here? Okay, so I felt like I had to get it was like a routine, like get up, go to work, stay at work for 9,000 hours is what it seemed like to me. I have no idea why I felt like so long and dreadful. And then you get off work, I had to pick up Lauren, and then maybe don't have to go to the grocery store in the midst of all of that. Then I had to come home, and then I had to cook, and then I had to help Lauren with her homework, and then it was just time to go to bed. And I was just like, this just can't be life. Like this cannot be life. Like, and then you still gotta manage to, I don't know, have fucking sex. I don't know. Like I didn't want that to be like my life. I didn't want to be a robot. Okay, I just was uninterested in being a robot. And then it got to a point where I was just uninterested in really working for somebody else. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, the people want to know what I'm eating? Okay, boom. I am eating taco. I got taco. Oh. Hey, y'all. Okay. Gary Hunter. Hey, what's up? Hey, hey, hey. Angela Merriweather. That's my boo. Okay. Ride or die since single digits. I don't play them type of games. I will fight. Okay. I'm one of them. Um, she said she was singing with me. That's my singing buddy. She got me freaking singing. Signature style. Hey, girl, hey. Boom, you got your wine. And it is so good. And Samuel Sanders, oh, that's my boy right there. Boom. Like we was like, them was them good ENO days. But I'm eating tacos. I had nachos, so I got Doritos. It got like chicken on one side, it got turkey meat on the other side, but a bunch of sour cream. I like white stuff in my mouth. Meaning sour cream and ranch. Mm, mm, mm. It is good too. Okay. I'm trying to find my pen. Okay. Okay, let's go to another, let's go to another question, because once this Caparico and start getting flowing down through these titties in my stomach, I get to talking crazy. See, I get to talk crazy. Um, they say you and your boo been together for so long. How do y'all keep the sexy time fire going? I answered that was kind of like the same question with how do you keep your marriage spicy? Um, I don't know. I guess I can reiterate what I said. It's we are sexually attracted to each other, so we don't have to. Like, granted, you have your moments where he might just not in a mood, and same here. I'm not in a mood, but for the most part, like we are attracted to each other in that way. So we kind of just flow with that. And like I said, my husband is um, very attracted to me in all those areas. So it makes it easier for me. I will say what I would tell my daughter, I guess I should say that. I don't know how to word that. Um, I think you should get you a man that loves you. Not necessarily more, but he loves, listen, when I mean he loves you, damn it, he loves you. And for me, okay, this is what works for me. Having a man that loves me makes me want to just like really be like loving all on him. It makes it so much easier because I guess my philosophy with it is if you have a man or if you have a woman, depending on whatever you are, um and I think I'm speaking for a woman. If you have a man and you are the one that's overly aggressive with the love, sometimes that can be like too much for a man. This is what I think in my head. And if you disagree, then you just disagree. Like, it's just what I think. I think in my mind, if you have a man and you're the one that's just like, I feel like they get annoyed. I feel like they will be annoyed. And if it's somebody that agree with me, please let me know if you agree with me. But I feel like they'll get annoyed versus if they are the one that's like that. We as women, as a female, as a woman, we enjoy a man being like that, so it makes it easier. Do you get what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Somebody tell me if they get what I'm saying. In the pocket for sure. Like, that's what I think in my mind. Like, okay, so I got a man on here that agree. Okay, cool. So that's what I think in my mind. So to answer that question, it's easier for us, for our sexy time to be so great, or for it to, how we keep it going is because he keeps the candle lit even if I'm trying to blow the motherfucker out. He keeps it lit. So I don't know, it makes me want to keep it lit. I don't know. I don't know. And I mean, I do have moments where I'm like the one that's like, I want love. Oh, I want to just, And it's just like a healthy balance for me in my brain. That's what I think. I don't know why I think like that, but that's what I think. And that's how I'm going to raise my daughter. Like I want my daughter to understand, like, get you a man that loves all of you, boo. Don't get you a man you gotta like chase behind, like, love me, please. Like, it's gonna have to be a no for me, dog. I'm not doing that. It's a negative, it's a no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. We're not gonna do that. It's gonna have to be a no. So, number 8 question is advice you would give singles who think they want to get married. Okay, wait, let's read this response, okay? I'm a Gemini, so I feel that I am the same way. It's annoying to be all up under a person, but chemistry and understanding is important. It's very important. Like, chemistry is like a connection. It's something, it's like magnets, like, and like when I think about me and my husband in that way, and no, my marriage is just not based on like sex. It's just, these are the fucking questions that I'm getting. I don't know why, but so this is what I'm relating it to. Far as that aspect, chemistry, like me and Nate have that chemistry when it comes to that, and we definitely, Nate is so mild mannered and I'm so fucking off the chain that this is the only reason why that this marriage works, because he don't be paying me no attention. Okay, when I'm on 1500 and I'm all over the place and I'm hollering and cussing and fussing and whatever the fuck I want to do, this be Nate. You know. And that's what makes this work. Like, can you imagine you being off the chain and you with a whole nother person that's off the chain? That's not gonna work. That's just not going to work. Two people off the chain, it's not gonna work. So me and Nate connection and chemistry is great because we are the total opposite. So we have that understanding. So yes, that makes sense. Back to question number 8. Advice you would give singles who think, okay, listen to the question. Advice you would give singles who think they want to get married. Um, Boom. Period. Pooh. We need to do a podcast. We thinking about it. Well, not necessarily a podcast. We just thinking about really just doing the whole brunch and eating and talking about different things because it's something we do often, but it's just not recorded. And we all have different opinions. It's a lot of things that we agree on. It's a lot of things that we don't agree on. And we are very good friends and we just flow. So Sam, definitely you, Angela T, and your sister, boom. They would definitely be in the building. We might have to do this again, and y'all give us some topics to talk about. We'll definitely talk about them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's gonna be a podcast, but it will definitely be brunch talk with me and my girls, and those are my girls, Angela T and my sister. They're my road dogs, like faux life, not for, but faux, F-O, faux life, like ride or die. Now, I've been over here trying to like really avoid this question because I don't even really know how to give singles advice on if they want to be married or not. Like marriage, people really think, like right now I think me and Nate got married at a great time because marriage wasn't like an Instagram thing where you gotta post all this stuff. Like we really got married because it was something that we really wanted to do together as individuals. It wasn't like it was doing it for the gram or do it for the Vine or do it for Facebook or do it for the pictures or do it for the likes. Like we literally got married because that's what we wanted to do. So the only advice I can give people that's single that want to be married is get married because that's something that you and your mate want to do. Like don't look at Instagram, don't look at photos. Like if y'all literally wanted to go to the courthouse just to get married and not tell nobody, I mean I think you should tell your family, but I think you should do that. That's the only advice I can give single people. And and I also would tell them, oh, he loves you and you love him. I do. I love that man. That man, I love him, okay? Oh, and do he get on my nerves? Absolutely. Why? Why? Why is they trying to come in? Like, it's no privacy. It's no freaking privacy. Welcome to my world. But, and there's some other advice, like, single people, you should definitely just, like, figure out and learn how to love yourself because if you cannot love yourself, it's going to be physically impossible to love somebody else. It's not going to work. I love all of me, damn it. Like, him, boom, but me, I love me. Can y'all explain to me why is y'all trying to come in here? Who trying to come in? Why is the doorknob moving? Is it a ghost? That's not funny. See what I'm saying? Like, irritating. Very irritating out there. I thought they was watching the game. Now they fucking with me. Okay, let's go to number 9. How do you keep your relationship fresh, handle conflict, and love? You just seen the conflict that happened, okay? That's how I handle the conflict in my relationship. And that's how we keep it fresh. We make up after the conflict. And there go to love. I don't know. I have no idea. That's the only thing I can think of. How do you make time for you daily? And she said, I love how you keep yourself up and self-love, keeping it sexy and classy. Definitely a podcast, Angie. Okay. Stay with it. But how do I make time for myself daily? God damn it, I demand that shit. Like, if you want me to be sane, walking around here, and if you don't want me to be like the lady from Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking your juice in the hood when she said she had cramps and turned around and was looking crazy. If you don't want me to be looking like that 24/7, you're gonna let me have my time. You're gonna let me just love me. You're gonna let me go get my nails done and just you're gonna let me zen and drink this damn wine and just love on me and just feel sexy for me. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You gotta be able to respect that, and that's how this thing works. He loves it, I guess, you know. And plus, he like when I look good like that, so that makes it easy. Number 10. Listen, Angie, y'all download Anchor from the Apple Store. It is a free and quality podcast recording tool. Okay, stay with it. Let's write that down. Angie, you wrote that down? Write that down. We got that. Stay with it. Oh, okay. Was one, oh, Jesus. I don't know. I might have to. Nate, I need your advice. See, now I need it. Now I need his advice and he don't want to touch the door. Nate, what's one argument or disagreement you thought would end your relationship? Okay, so the question is, what is one argument or disagreement you thought that would end your relationship at that time, and how did you recover from it? Um, okay, I guess I don't know. I guess I was pregnant and I was mad at Nate, so I had told myself that I was moving out, and my husband was like, "What? I'm moving out." So I used to do stupid stuff like, I don't want to open the door. So I used to do stupid stuff. Never mind. I'll share my side of the story. Um, I used to do stupid stuff in this moment, and I was like 7 months pregnant. I would go on apartments.com and look up 1 bedroom apartments. Why? He was right here. Like, oh, this is a nice one. Like this me on my phone. Like, oh, this is nice. And I want to hold the phone where he can see the apartments. Like, oh, this is a nice 1 bedroom apartment. He let it go on for about a day. And till he just was like, I don't know, he just went the fuck off. And I don't know. That, like, you ain't taking my baby and like, I knew it. You were trying to take my kid. Like, it was crazy. And in that moment, all I could do is just look at him like, oh, I love him. So that's how we recovered from that. I didn't move out. In that moment, if he would have did anything other than what he did, I probably would have really left. Like, if he didn't show he wanted me to stay, I would have left. So we recovered from that because he showed that, like, leave. Like, ain't no leaving. No. Like, we together, we married, we having a baby, we stand. So that's how we recovered from that type of situation. And that was a crazy situation because who is thinking about leaving somebody at 7 months pregnant and all the way married? Like, who is thinking about that? Like me with my hormonal ass. I was tripping. So that was something, that was one argument and disagreement in my marriage that could have ended my marriage at that time because I wanted out. Like, I wanted out. And the reason I wanted out is because I didn't like where we was living at the time. Like, I was pissed about where we was living and I wanted to move. And him being a man, he had to put his foot down. Like, no, we're living here. This is financially smart. And looking back, like, he was right. Like, I was just being a brat. And I'm glad that we are past that moment now. And it's something that we laughed about, like, quickly after it happened, and we still laugh about it to this day. That's why I'm able to talk about it and share it with you guys, because it's not something that's gonna, like, oh my god, you know, later on he gonna be mad because I shared it. Like, he's not gonna be mad. He'll be like, she was crazy, she was tripping, you know. So that was one thing in my marriage that could have ended it at that time, and we recovered from it because he was just like, no, we together. That's how we recovered from it. And number 11, remember we got 14 questions. 14 questions, and I'm on number 11. What has been your greatest accomplishment to this date? My greatest accomplishment to this date, and it can be as cliche as it is, but damn it, that's what it is, and that is that beautiful baby girl that I have. Like, that one, whew, Jesus. Let me just not get emotional. Let me pause, because that is that one, giving birth to her, it's just like, I don't know. It's one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. And I'm forever grateful for her. And I'm forever grateful for my husband, because without him, there will be no her. And without us, and without God, there will be no us. So that within itself, God, marriage, and my kid, is like, it's kind of hard to narrow it down to one. The reason I just say Lauren, because giving life is like a blessing. Okay? You're crying, I'm not crying. Why? I ain't crying. Like, I just get emotional when I think about my kid, you know. I just think I get emotional when I talk about her and the goodness of God, and like the ups and downs and trials and tribulations me and Nate went through when we were trying to conceive and have her, and miscarriage prior to, like, it's so much that comes to that comes before that. So that's why that's like the greatest accomplishment to this date, and that's just what I think in my brain. That's what I know. How have you managed to maintain a healthy? See, I told you, like, all of this is like it's crazy to see, what how people view you on the outside. Like, to me and Nate, like, we just like any other regular married couple. Like, I don't think that my marriage is like so much better than the next person, like, because we have issues, we have arguments, we have all kind of stuff that goes on in our marriage. So I get so many questions about how do I manage a healthy relationship. You want to know one of the things that keeps my marriage healthy? I keep people out of my fucking business. Like, we are a mystery over here. Like, this marriage is a mystery over here. You don't know, you'll never know if Nate mad at me one day, or if I'm pissed off at him the next, or if we in love or if we not. You'll never know. You still never know, because that ain't nobody damn business. So that's how we maintain a healthy relationship. We are a freaking mystery. Like, you would never know, because I think the moment you open up and you let people in your work, that gives people room to have an opinion about something that goes on up in your household. And that's just something that I just, I beg to differ. Like, it's gonna have to be a no for me, dog. It's just gonna have to be a no. Thank you, Sam. Thanks. So, it say how you manage to have a healthy relationship. Oh, with your girlfriends. Oh, Jesus, y'all had went off on the deep end. Me and my girlfriends is three. One of them is my sister. So, she my sister. She was my first best friend. And then the other two, you guys, Tangela and Angela. And what keeps and if Angie want to comment on this, feel free, because she's watching. But, I know Angie, she probably won't. But we've been friends since single digits, and what keeps our relationship healthy is we allow each person to be themselves. Like, I'm not going to force Angie to be just like me. I'm not going to force Nicole to be just like me. And I'm not going to force T to be just like me. Like, and vice versa. They won't force. We allow everybody to be themselves. And we also have disagreements. And we just move past them. Like, we love on one another. We pray for one another. Like, these are the only women that's close to me that I'll allow to pray for me, because it's not a lot of, you can't let just any everybody pray for you, because people's spirits be off and weird. But for me and my friends, we just kind of allow each other to be themselves and grow and pray with one another and be each other's backbone in our time of need. So I don't know, that's one way we keep it very healthy. And the fact that like we are really good friends, like we enjoy one another's company, like period. Like we always talk, we talk often. It's not like, if I can go through my phone and show you my call log list, like damn, it's the same fucking people over and over and over again. Like we enjoy each other's company, we enjoy each other's opinion on something, even if I might not like it. I might not like what my sister have to say about a situation. I might not like something that Angie have to say, but I respect it. Like we respect one another. Okay, like I respect it. Like, and I know that they are only coming from a genuine place. Like they're coming from a genuine place because they love me for real, and know me wholeheartedly, flaws and all, and knew me before Instagram or Facebook or any of this stuff was a thing. So I can respect that. That's how we maintain a healthy relationship. So we got two more questions. Um question number 13. Your relationship with your in-laws. I'm gonna say this. When you get married, and think of marriage as Sprint and Nextel. They had to merge, right? And we don't really know what it took for them to merge two companies together. Um, when you get married, you want to get married to somebody where y'all foundation is the same, okay? Like you guys have the same morals. For me, religion was a very big, like number one big deal in my life. Like we have to have the same religion. Like he couldn't be Muslim and I'm a Christian. Like it's just going. This is we can't be unequally yoked. Okay, so that's number one. You want to make sure the foundation is the same. However, even though the foundation is the same, the way they built their house may be completely different the way I built my house. But we all on the same foundation, if that makes sense. So merging the two can be sometimes difficult, but you guys both have to have respect for one another. So my relationship with my in-laws, I have the honor of having two in-laws. He has my husband. I call him grateful because he had both parties. He was equally balanced with his dad's side and his mom's side. As for me, it's just my mom's side. It's not no dad's side. So for him, I had the luxury of having two sides to enter into my world, his mom's side and his dad's side. And, both sides, we have had disagreements, but both sides, we respect one another. So it makes it easier. And I will say that bringing my daughter on board made it even better. Even in those hard times, you find a way to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, my relationship with my in-laws is great. For now it's great. Like in the beginning, it was great, and then once they seen that we was serious, they was looking like, so you mean to tell me you gonna marry her? Y'all don't even know each other. Y'all, you sure? Yeah, like you don't know. So we had those moments in our life. It was like, are you sure? And thinking like then, of course, I was upset and I was mad. Like, what she mean you gonna marry me? But when you think about it, you can't be mad at that. Like they only wanted what was best for him. So somebody that loves him and his family, of course they're gonna have some doubt, or they want him to make sure he's making the best decision of his life, because it's a big decision. So that took time for me to understand. So we had times where we was just like, I'll never have ever disrespect no party, far as like his mom's side and his dad's side. I have never disrespected none of them, but I didn't always agree with everything. So you just have those moments, and you just got to learn how to deal with it, because at the end of the day, those are the people that raised him. And obviously, clearly, they must have did something right because they raised a honest, great man that stands before me and that's the head of my household. So I have to respect them. I have to, you know, bite my tongue and listen sometimes, which is not the easiest thing because if you know me, this gets a little crazy. But as I have grown and as I evolved, I learned to use this instead of this. And I'm still a work in progress. So I love my in laws. I respect them and they love and respect me, but we don't always agree on everything. But that's just the topic of the in love. And the last question. Um, my timeline might be off, but you seem to have dove headfirst into being a MUA in 2017. What shifted for you? If I'm not mistaken, 2017 is the year that I decided to just I decided to like go head first into being a makeup artist. And what changed in my life is I decided to live my life for me and do what makes me happy and stop trying to do what everybody else was doing. And it's easy to say that because some people, you always want to say, I don't be doing what other people do, or I ain't trying to make nobody else happy. And that may be true, but you do at some point in your life think about what other people gonna think. Should I do this? But they gonna think. I went through that point in my life, and I felt at that moment like I was no longer doing it. At that moment, I felt like I want to do what makes me happy. And beauty, makeup, starting YouTube. It was not easy to expose myself and tell everybody and share and say I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It was not easy, but I just at that moment, what shifted for me was it was a shift from God, and I was just like, I want to walk the path that God wants me to walk, and I want to be happy, and I want to do what makes me happy. And so I just dove into it. I just did me, and here I am. And what's crazy is I know a lot of people that know me, they'll be like, you always did you. You always, I've always done me. I've always, not cared. Like, boom, you over there. I don't know what them people over there doing. They all slow. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I was like worried about what other people were going to say. And girl, when I tell you, it felt like a weight is off my shoulders because I don't get it. I just do me. So that's what shifted in my life. Like I wanted to walk a different path. I wanted something different. I wanted God to bless me. I wanted God to bless my marriage. So I had to like drown out and close the door and shut the noise out and use these and not this. Okay? So I don't know. That is my Q&A. It seemed like it was kind of like a lot about my marriage. I don't know why it was about my marriage, but it was about my marriage and my friends. And that just goes to show that you can tell what makes me happy and you can tell what I showcase to the world because those are the only questions that people could ask me. It ain't like they can ask me about, remember when y'all had that? They can't say that. Aw, thank you. No problem. I don't really know what else to do but be honest because shit, I feel like at the end of the day, these people ain't got to judge me. They motherfuckers gonna be in line with me. Peter, what's in the book? It's like, so I don't mind being honest, but you see what I showcase. Like, I'm proud of my marriage. I'm proud of my motherhood. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my friends. I'm proud of the woman that I have become and still growing to become, So, I don't know. I thank y'all for tuning in. I think I'm buzzing because I feel like this live was me and my titties. Hey, that's what I think in my brain. So hopefully I'm probably gonna do more lives. Like I really enjoy doing this live, and I know it's an hour long, but it's worth it. And I enjoy answering some questions. Let me know. Podcast. Guess I gotta do a podcast with me and my girls, and I'll probably go live with me and my my A1s. I was riding in the six with my woes, with me and my girls, and so share this video because that's what you should do. Like, Detroit need to stop being fucking haters and share people videos and support people. That's some tea for your ass.